Today on 10-Minute IT Jams, we have Igneus Terrenus, who is the head of communications for Bybit. So welcome to the jam, Igneus.
Thank you for having me, Nick.
No worries. So to get started, could you just tell the audience, for anyone who hasn't worked with or been in touch with Bybit before, what are your key products and offerings?
Right. Bybit is one of the world's leading cryptocurrency exchanges. We currently offer mainly in the derivatives product line, but we are expanding to spot options, wealth management, and beyond. So currently for Bitcoin and ETH futures, we are number 2 in the world, both in terms of trading volume and open interest. There's a nice write-up on CoinDesk talking about we surpassing that of Chicago Mercantile Exchange. What we are trying to do is really to fine-tune our products and become the most reliable crypto exchange for everyone to enjoy. One thing that we are really proud of is ever since our beginning in 2018, we have never had downtime. That includes last month when we saw just unprecedented volatility, and many of our fellow exchanges they experienced problems, but our exchange stayed up and completely functional and executed all the orders that people placed. So reliability is a big thing, and it is a commitment that we make to our customers.
Yeah, right. And you mentioned it was 2018 when you guys were founded, so you're a pretty young company. And obviously the market is very volatile and lots of things are happening right now that people are aware of. So there must be a lot of improvements or innovations that you guys are going through in your products. Could you take me through that?
Yeah, sure. As you said, like we have been in existence for a little more than 3 years, but as like this often quoted learning process, sometimes a week feels like decades. In a sense, we really feel kind of like it rings true in our world of crypto. The level of adoption is just mind concentrating to watch. Like before, people were all talking about, oh, is this a bubble? Is this a tulip? Now, like all the regulators are finally giving crypto to like the attention that is due, which I think is good in the long run, because now no one is thinking about how we can get rid of this, but like they're truly waking up to the reality that this is not only here to stay. It is very likely the future of money and future of finance and future of how people manage their wealth, alongside other things. So I think it's what we really want to be is be the responsible player, and we want to kind of like I think sort of like this is the future we all think is going to come, and we took a look around and thought, if not us, who? We really want to be the player to really kind of like be the responsible player to guide and guard it, and to bring about the future that will benefit everyone.
Mm-hmm. You talked a lot about the future in that answer. So what kind of trends are you focused on like in the future? What kind of product developments are you focused on?
Currently, we are definitely looking at expanding our product line so that we can serve a more general population kind of clientele base. So for now, our products mainly in the derivatives range, and they kind of require a level of know-how and expertise already. So many of our existing customers come from forex trading or commodity trading. We have retail institutional customers. Retail is slightly more, but in terms of volume, it's about half and half. But we can see there's a clear tendency that just people want to have easier and just kind of more intuitive products that doesn't really require too much kind of a learning curve at the beginning. So that is why we just recently launched a wealth management product we call it cloud mining. So this helps kind of like people to mine crypto, but they don't need to own the hardware. They don't need to run the operations. What we do is we go out and find stranded renewable energy sources that kind of like they would go to waste if they're not used, because not everyone has like a ultra kind of like sound battery like one of those Tesla cars. So what we do is we go out and find them and we support them, subsidize them with such products, so that on the customer side, they're able to mine crypto without worrying about any of the operations part. They can benefit from the mining outputs. We get to support, just climate action that we are very passionate about. We also get to, take care of the bottom line. So it's like a win-win situation. And sport is something that we are working tirelessly toward. So for many of the other kind of like crypto exchanges, they started with a spot exchange and then expanded to derivatives. We are derivatives native firm, but we are now looking at expanding to sports so that we can really cater to the needs of more customers just beyond kind of like the first crop of which we are serving. And this is something that we really like to kind of like consider, as you quite rightly pointed out. We have like one eye already looking toward the future. So one thing that I like to point out is it is kind of like a luxury for those of us who live in sort of like more stable economies, where we can use crypto as a way for speculation or wealth generation or generational wealth. But when it comes to kind of like the markets where the economy is not that strong, and maybe the currency is not very strong, and they experience like huge inflations, like in Argentina, where the inflation is 40%, where in just across the continent in Venezuela you have it in 4,000%. That you just cannot leave your fruit of labor in fiat. And crypto is this thing that has a very minimal threshold for entry, because in order to open a bank account you need credit score. It's actually the people who need bank account most can't get it. They need loans most to kind of like pursue their entrepreneurial goals. They can't get it. Crypto in a way kind of enables it, like sort of like smartphone really enabled people to empower them to be able to pursue whatever their dreams go. So what we are trying to do is to bring that to more and more people who desperately need it, who can really benefit from it. And we really think it not only makes business sense, it is also a like we want to be that force for change and force for good that can serve a wider population for the future as well.
Right, yeah, cool. And what infrastructure or resources do you have in the Asia Pacific market specifically?
Yeah, Asia Pacific is where our roots are. So we currently have more than 500 colleagues on the team. During the pandemic, we have taken a remote first approach, but the vast majority of them are hailing from Asia Pacific, working in Asia Pacific. But yeah, we have always seen this as our home ground, and we really want to, just serve the customers here as well as we could be. But we are also expanding, beyond this. Currently, we actually do 50% of business in Europe, even though kind of like our single largest market is still South Korea. But yeah, we have a very healthy level of user adoption across ASEAN, and just vast majority of our workforce is in Asia Pacific, whereas our customers kind of like span beyond that geographic location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, perfect. And finally, for you, Igneus, if an enterprise or end user wanted to engage with Bybit, what is the best way?
Yeah, our BD leads are all very active on social media and Telegram, so they can very easily be spotted. And if you want to come directly to us to write a proposal, or like ask for a meetup, you can just come to ib@bybit.com and really just visit our website. All the contact information is there. We are working with some of the largest quant funds in Asia, and we have very attractive incentives for market makers. And we recently just launched another one, basically to build up liquidity for our spot trading exchange. As I said, our derivatives exchange already has one of the biggest, one of the best liquidity in the world when it comes to Bitcoin and Ether, and we actually have the smallest slippage Those are all public data on Skew and other data websites for everyone to see. These are things we are really proud of. We really take good care of our institutional partners, and yeah, everyone who have used us really love us. I think kind of like in a way we are just really just built for traders currently, like especially professionals, when they see how sleek and intuitive and reliable the platform is, they really love it. But yeah, in the future, we want to really embrace all crypto lovers while we still take good care of the professional traders and institutional partners.
Perfect, cool. Well, that brings us to the end of today's interview. Thanks for joining me today, Igneus.
Thank you so much, Nick. It's been fun.